Good morning, or actually it's afternoon by now. See, can't even start right today. Welcome to the Letter from the Light Side, and it's the 1st of June 2017. I may look a little bit challenged today. I feel a little bit challenged because I had a very lovely day with my daughter yesterday, saving memories, storing memories, doing wonderful things that remind me of how positive life can be. And I guess one of the things that we're here to talk about today from the guides and the inspirers is about that sense of positivity, because I've been reminded of it so much in the past few days. It's really hard when the world is feeling like a challenging place to find a bit of light and a ray of sunshine, even a tiny little sunbeam somehow, to lift your spirits, to lift our spirits. And that's where the guide team and all the other wonderful beings, the energy beings as I call them, come in and want to help us. Sorry, they're at me again, they're tickling my neck. So just be aware. If you observe anything as I'm doing this broadcast, whenever you watch it, if there are any sort of anomalies on the screen, please just let me know, because I'm fascinated to see what they're doing. At the minute they're just busy giving me loads of tickles. I've noticed this week that I've needed to have a lot of time for me, and that's two strands, I think, going on together, and the way that the energy beings have been interacting. I do have Archangel Parashil with me again today. It is his energy month. He is sending out lots and lots of healing. Oh, hi Marie. So if you're in need of a little boost, feeling that maybe physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you're just not in balance, please use the Parashil's Balm video you can find on my YouTube channel, or look, it's there in my blogs as well if you do a search for it. Because he wants us all to receive the healing that we need. He wants us all to come back in balance, and the sooner the better as far as he's concerned, because we've got lots of things to do. We've got a future to build, and we've got to change our world, but that starts with changing us. And if we are feeling in low mood, if we are feeling physically challenged, if we're feeling what's the point, there's no such thing as a future and afterlife, if we're thinking gloomy thoughts, it's about helping ourselves to get past that. Sorry, I'm also tickly because I've got my guide team here. I was very lucky yesterday to pay a visit to the British Library in London, and part of a day trip out. And one of the things that I wanted to do was to go and see some of the oldest books, some treasures that they have that are on display to the public in the library. And there were some sacred texts, some sacred books, and the amount of beautiful work. Hi Lucienne, lots of wonderful, detailed art in the creation of these particular books. All sorts of holy texts. There was a beautiful scroll, a Chinese scroll about Kuan Yin, who is often around, and I did feel her sort of walking with me as I was looking at all of these beautiful books. And what came out of looking at those books was the love that people had invested, not just the time and effort, but the love that had been invested in creating these beautiful records of beliefs, all at the heart of how we live, and trying to help us to live a positive and loving life, and trying to help us to remember that we are all a community and we are all part of each other's lives, no matter where we are on the planet. And I say that because I have friends in New Zealand and Australia, I have friends in America and friends on the continent. We have friends and family everywhere, and the most positive thing is that we connect energetically with them, and we can be with them energetically. We don't have to physically be there. So standing looking at these beautiful volumes yesterday, one of the things that really struck me was how positive it is to be around positive people. How wonderful it is to share and build memories, to laugh about. I was with a lovely friend as well, and we have memories going back a long time, and we were laughing about our exploits and our adventures, and it's that wonderful sense of continuity and that wonderful sense of togetherness, and that sense of no matter how many years or time goes by, what we have, what we share, is a positive flow of energy. And it's exactly the same with the spirit world, with our loved ones. They haven't stepped back and disappeared. They're not gone forever. They're still there, sharing in our energy and excited at what we're doing and helping us. This morning I've manifested something that was a dream last May, and it's amazing to me that in the background have been my loved ones helping things to happen and to come together, so that an opportunity I asked for but didn't necessarily know would happen has happened. How wonderful, how fabulous to find that everything conspires to help us to be happy if we choose it. And I feel as if the time for ourselves that you might have found yourself having to take in the last 7 days has been about, what about me? What about making sure that I am okay, making sure that I can I'm laughing because I think I look quite rough today. They're laughing because they're going, you could have brushed your hair. Sorry. but what's so wonderful is that I'm happy to be me. I'm happy to be just who I am. Warts and all, so to speak. Sorry, I'm laughing because I've got little skin tags developing now. I've got to a certain age. I keep going, oh, what are you doing? And they keep saying, leave them alone. It's nothing bad. Leave them alone. So it's about this past week really trying to find that time for you, because I know that we can get blown off track very easily, because we are, in general, most of us, people who want to give, people who want to share. Hi Jane. People who want to be a wider part of community. That's who we are generally. That's what we wish to do in our lives. And I believe that entirely. I don't feel that you need a religion to share the love. I don't feel you need a set of rules to share the love. I believe that within us, deep within us, is that desire to be there for one another and to share. What is difficult is allowing yourself to do that, and also allowing yourself to receive the love and the sharing from others. And I know it's easy, believe you me, I know it's easy to get into a mindset that says nobody cares, nobody loves me, nobody wants me, or a mindset which is, well, if I keep doing these things today, you know, everybody will love me. It's easy for us to do that, but that's when we're getting out of balance, when we've forgotten to love ourselves as much as we love everybody else. And until we love ourselves, the love that goes back out can't be the same. So part of this week has really been about, do you love yourself enough? I'm the world's worst at saying no. Do you love yourself enough to say no? And it's not really spooky, but what happened, I ended up with 3 days where nothing was booked in work-wise, and I decided those were my 3 days. Those were for me to step right back from everything. For my guides and inspirers went quiet. I mean, they're back with a vengeance this morning, but hey ho. But they stepped back, they went quiet, they said it's your time. So I took that time and spent it the way I wish to do, the way that it's important to do for me. So if you haven't given yourself enough time, you need to think about that. You need to think about that over the next few weeks, because the energy is picking up pace. We've got to do what's best for us so that we contribute our unique abilities. Now, I know that they bang on about that, because they bang on to me all the time about it. Yeah. So, they're all giving me horrified looks now. However, it is about thinking this through and putting into action some positive changes for yourself, because this is an important year to do that. Learn to do it now. Don't have to wait another 9 years before you can put you first. It's not a selfish thing, because when you put yourself first, you top yourself up and refresh yourself to be able to do more giving. And that's the most important thing, is to keep that giving flow going, because that's the positive energy. It's also important to really laugh a lot because we don't laugh enough. Everything is very serious, everything is very heavy, because we're making big decisions. We're trying to work out who's telling the truth, who isn't. We're trying to make people be accountable. The elections and the follow-up and aftermath of the elections, that's what we try to do, to hold people accountable for what they've said. If we're wise, we pick by what they do in the first place. We don't think about what they say and promise. We look at what have they done. And that, for me, has always been a measure, and certainly has come into focus in the last 11 years. It's what's done, not what's said, that matters. And that is how we need to represent ourselves and how we need to judge others, is what is done, not what's said. So, where are we going to go in the next week or so? There's a lot of light, because whenever darkness looms, light blooms. And that's an important part of the coming week, that the light springs back into the world again. Yes, we still have challenges, and yes, we still have big decisions to make. However, we are able to stand back from it, and we're given a space in which sorry, somebody's just trying to speak through my voice. And we're being given a space in which to find the lightness in ourselves, the laughter. That's particularly important. Hi, Gemma. To bring that sense of, oh well, oh well, towards this next week. We're still going to get the challenges because they are part of our life. But a great step forward is learning which challenges matter and which really let it go. I think that in our lives, sometimes it's easy to take it so seriously we can't lighten up. And I think that's part of the energy of the next week, is to catch yourself when you feel like it's getting too heavy and allow yourself to laugh about it. Nothing stops an argument better than laughter. Nothing stops hatred better than laughter. Laughter at ourselves for getting ourselves in such a pickle. Laughter at ourselves for thinking that this reality matters at all. Because there's an afterlife. That's what will come forward in this next week. And I particularly want to highlight Sunday through Tuesday. You may find that your loved ones have stepped in even closer, that you're sensing, look for the white feathers. I love them. I get all sorts of feathers. Look for the white ones from the angels. Think about whether you are feeling anybody present around you. Smell matters. You might get a waft of a smell. I was doing a reading this morning and got roses. You might get a tingling in your ear or an itching in your ear, which is a kind of pay attention kind of feeling or signal. Think about your loved ones. Send up that thought. Give me a clue. Are you okay? Give me a clue. Am I okay? They will answer. They will step in and bring something, whether it's something you watch on the TV. With me, they often give me songs, turn on the radio and poof, the right song is playing. Or I'm just standing there and the car goes past and the right song is playing. Random. It looks random, but there's a pattern there. And over the next week, the pattern is for them to reassure you that you are safe, well, and will be okay. To reassure you that life is not all about the heavyweight stuff. It's about the sunshine. It's about the moonlight. Somebody just said in my head, don't blame it on the boogie. What can I say? I've got that whole Michael Jackson song playing in my head now with my guides all doing a dance. Oh. Doesn't take much to get me in fits of laughter. Oh dear. What is important over the next 7 days is to engage in the laughter. If there's a friend you haven't spoken to for a while, call them, message them, send them a smiley face, Send them a joke. Just mention them in your chat on Facebook. Pay a compliment. Say hello, how are you? Say hi to a random stranger perhaps. Sorry, I'm just laughing at the idea of me going around London, yes. Going, hi. Though I was smiling at as many people as who would catch my eye. It's about sharing that light within you, that positive flow of energy and that wonderful feeling that is there within for all of you. That's what it's about. It's about making sure this next week you tread lightly. Even in the most gloomy, stressful moments, find a moment to smile. Hi Liz, smile at everything as much as you can, because what you will find is the true you shines through, not the stressed out, fed up, irritable, angry, frustrated, miserable you, but the spirit of warmth and generosity. I'd like to say it's also a good deed week, so don't be surprised if people do a good deed for you. Do one in return for somebody else. Pass on the magic, pass on the love. If you receive, send it out again, because what you give out, you get back. 12 months ago I asked for something. I didn't know if the universe could answer. I didn't know whether my guides could make it so for me. But they did. And unbelievably so, in a way I didn't expect to have happen, they made the magic happen. I'm delighted to receive back what I gave out. And I know that I will continue giving out, because it comes back eventually in some way. So pass the laughter around, pass the love around. As I read those sacred texts yesterday, looked at, well, I couldn't read them because they're all written in foreign languages, but as I read about them and as I saw the beauty and the time and effort, and those pictures, those texts are still spreading their light. There were loads of us wanting to look at them, wanting to wonder, wanting to stand in awe at the work that someone so many centuries ago was prepared to do, to recognise their faith and belief, to recognise the love in their holy scriptures, their texts. Hi Annette, it's about, wow, centuries have passed, but those documents are still giving something to others. Let's ride this wave of giving and receiving. Let's treat ourselves well and let it come in. And let's treat others well by sending it back out there. Thank you very much for being part of the community who watch the video, look at the video, who send me supportive comments. Thank you very much if you only discover me. This is your first video. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to spread the positive light that we all have. So, wherever you can, be kind to yourself and others. It does make an enormous difference in this world when we do that. And eventually, we'll all be doing it. Gosh, just imagine that. A planet full of people who can laugh in the face of fear, who can jump off symbolic cliffs without a parachute and know that we'll be okay, because waiting beneath are the kind and friendly hands to catch us all. So, thank you if you've joined and messaged, and I hope I've acknowledged everybody. If I've missed you, I'm sorry. Please comment on the thread when the video is posted. I will be back next week, I'm being told. But I knew that anyway. And today, please take the laughter, please have some fun, and find the sunshine wherever you can. Thank you.